Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And we've heard in recent off seasons how the running back position has been completely devalued. There's not a point to sign a running back to a large deal, as you could easily find a replacement. You're not going to see running backs making anywhere near what quarterbacks, offensive tackles, even offensive guards, wide receivers, top cornerbacks are making in today's game. There were some notable running backs that changed teams in the offseason, and a lot of them are having very good years. But last night, we saw a truly superb performance from one Saquon Barkley in the Eagles 37-20 win. The Eagles have been playing superb football of late, moving to 9-2. Commanders lost again. They're 7-5. Eagles looking like they may begin to run away with the division. But you see Saquon Barkley's game. He had 26 carries for 255 yards and two scores. He also added four catches for 47 yards. Do the math, that is 302 yards from scrimmage. And actually, what's crazy is since the Eagles are going to win the NFC East most likely, that'll continue the stretch of non-consecutive years that the same NFC East team has won the division. It's been, I believe, over 2 decades now. But anyway, back to the video. Back to the purpose of the video. Saquon had two rushing touchdowns of at least 70 yards in the game. Absolutely ridiculous. And that's been Saquon all season long in his first year away from the New York Giants, who have had a subpar offensive line pretty much his whole time there. Not the threat of a passing game with Daniel Jones, and it's just going so much better for Barkley. We see while Derrick Henry does play tonight, Barkley now has a 205-yard lead on Derrick Henry for the NFL rushing lead. As I said, a lot of running backs that changed teams we see are having really good seasons for their new team. So the top three runners, Barkley, Henry, and Jacobs on new teams this season. Then number 7, Tony Pollard on a new team. Number 8, Aaron Jones on a new team. Number 9, Joe Mixon on a new team. So that's 6 of the top 9 rushers in the NFL this season are on new teams as compared to last season. But we see Barkley 6.2 yards per carry. 10 scores. This is not updated, but as I mentioned, Barkley had 255 rushing yards. So that will now place him ninth all time in NFL history for most rushing yards in a game. Only guys with better performances rushing yards wise: Adrian Peterson, Jamal Lewis, Jerome Harrison, Corey Dillon, Walter Payton, O.J. Simpson, Sean Alexander, and Jamal Charles. So such an historic performance from Barkley, and there hasn't been an NFL running back to win MVP since Adrian Peterson in 2012 in what was an absolutely legendary season for Adrian. Nearly broke the NFL single season rushing yards record, falling just shy, but on a team that had I think Christian Ponder as their quarterback. Peterson helped guide them to the playoffs. Well, again, with the running back position being devalued, no one really expected a running back to challenge for MVP anytime soon. But we've seen what Saquon Barkley has done this season. I mean, that memorable moment, that backwards jump. A move that I've never seen really in my lifetime watching football. Well, looking at DraftKings Sportsbook, Saquon Barkley now has the third best odds for MVP. Josh Allen is the leader at plus 150, Lamar Jackson plus 275, Saquon plus 500. The only other one with better odds than plus 1,000, Jared Goff at plus 650. Lamar Jackson does play tonight, so, could either hurt or help his standing in a game against the Los Angeles Chargers, who have the best scoring defense in the NFL. So is it possible that Saquon Barkley could win MVP. There might be some that say, well, his drop cost them against the Falcons, and perhaps, but Lamar Jackson, his last game might have cost them against uh the who they play. Oh my gosh, who the Ravens play last week? They played the. I'm going through the teams in my head. The Baltimore Ravens played the. I'll think about it. But yeah, he struggled. Pittsburgh Steelers, come on, like their biggest rival. Oh, it's early, guys. But yes, he struggled in his last game. Josh Allen had that game against the Houston Texans where I think he completed 30% of his passes. So everyone's gonna have an outlier game where they completely struggle. But yes, Saquon Barkley, really turning around the Eagles after they really fell off last season, began the season kind of haphazardly, and now winning and clicking on all cylinders. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.